Hey guys, bushcraft 412 here. I want to talk about the Ribz Front Pack. I was given this product by Ribz for review, and I've been playing around with it for pretty close to a week now. And I got a good chance to test it out and take it fishing and hiking and do a bunch of stuff with it. And wanted to share my initial impressions of it. Now this video is going to be split up into two videos. I want to do this first initial video where I'm going to talk about the pack itself. Basically what it is, how it works, and then later on I'm going to do another video in which we're going to take a whole bunch of different things, like different kinds of camping, hunting, fishing, shooting gear, and all kinds of different things, and I'm going to show you what fits into this thing, because this is a really versatile, cool little pack for pretty much anyone. I mean, if you step outside, there's a way you can use this pack, so really cool. But I just want to do informational here, and then we'll move on to specifics as to what this thing can actually hold and not hold at a later point. So it comes in a nice nylon sack, which I really like, because if you are using this as a summit pack, as a like a day pack or whatever, for if you're like a backpacker, it's really nice to have a pack that it goes into. Real simple drawstring on the top. This out, and basically what you have is the front pack. Now how this thing works, we'll show you here, is it basically is a vest, except it has, flip that around so it's the right way, two pockets. Now how this works, you can see there are straps up top that fit around you. They go over your shoulders and crisscross around, kind of like suspenders. And then there's these two pouches that zip together. The zipper is actually on the pouch. They zip together in your front, and these create basically a backpack for your front. Very good concept, because if anyone, a lot of my subs are backpackers. You know that when you're carrying a heavy backpack, it's really easy to get off balance. This is something where you can keep some of the load in the front and help distribute the weight more evenly on your body. I find this very handy when hiking because it does allow you to take that weight off your back and put it into the front to help with balance. Very simple. You have these two pouches with the that are zippered, and it wears very similar. If you guys have ever worn like one of those shoulder harnesses, a tactical shoulder harness, same kind of idea, except this is a little more versatile. It's not just meant for tactical gear. As you can see inside, there's a little nylon loop here for attaching gear. There's a couple of mesh pockets in there to help organize and retain your gear. There is a front pocket, which is just kind of a smaller pocket in the front. And that's pretty much it. They're both the same. Now, at first when you get this thing, it's kind of complicated. It actually takes a little bit of work to figure out how to put this thing on and how to adjust it. But once you figure it out, it's actually very easy. Sorry guys, this is a little wadded up here, because after I got done using it, I just kind of threw it back in the pack. Let me see if I can organize this. This untangled. You can actually see what's going on here. Alright. So there you go. As you can see, this has a crisscrossed shoulder harness that goes over your shoulders, and it has these little pads to help keep it from digging into you. And these are adjustable. They slide right along, just like the connector in between the shoulder harnesses slides. Everything is adjustable, and it's adjustable, and they have pull cords on them. As you can see, it has these nylon pull cords, which are pretty handy because you can adjust it while you're wearing it. You don't have to take it off or anything like that. So when you put this thing on, you basically I loosened it up all the way and then just started pulling the cords until it was nice and snug on me. Let's talk about the back strap, because that's actually a really neat feature. Now this back strap, which is what goes around your back, so you got to figure this is going to be riding against your stomach. The straps come over your shoulders. This is the back. And what you see here is there's actually a nylon stretchy thing there. Now what's so convenient about this is that you can wear this snug like this with this little bit of slack there, and when you bend over, that stretches. So when you're wearing it, it's actually amazingly comfortable because you're not digging in. One of the things I was worried about wearing this is I kind of thought, well geez, you know, like when you bend over, it's going to dig right into your hips and your shoulders, everything's going to dig in. It actually doesn't because of this feature here, this little built-in kind of like shock cord that as you bend over and stretch and move, it stretches with you. Of course, you don't have to utilize that. You can actually pull it completely tight if you do want a really snug fit. So, but I like to leave it with that little bit of slack, so when I do bend over or sit down or whatever, it gets, particularly sitting down, takes that pressure off and keeps you from having a really tight pack on. Alright, now, size. One of my big concerns when I accepted this was size, because it doesn't really specify how big these things are, how small they are. And as a big guy, I was a little worried. I'm like, I hope I'm not getting something I'm not even going to fit into here. But this thing actually fits very good on me, and I probably couldn't wear it over like a big parka, but normal summer or like hunting clothes, I could definitely wear this over. So I'm a 2XL. So if you are a 2XL, you're definitely good to wear this thing. Anything more than that, a 3XL, you know, you're probably going to be getting pretty snug on this. So I was very impressed with the fit. I was very impressed with the way this sits. When I took this out for a hike, I loaded this up with, number one, my camera gear, and then just small survival items and things like that. And I found it very convenient that when you're carrying a backpack, because I wore a backpack over this, so you can wear this in the front, backpack in the back. It was very convenient not to have to take your backpack off every time you want to take a picture, or every time you want to, you know, get into your backpack for those commonly used items like bug spray or suntan lotion or anything like that. You can have it right there in your front. So as I was hiking, you know, it is getting your bug season here in New York. You know, I was able to keep the bug dope and get into it without having to take my pack off and not have to load my pockets full of stuff. So I find it very, very, very convenient for hiking. I took this thing trout fishing and basically took some of those like Plano boxes and put them in the front. Worked excellent, kept out of the way, didn't affect, you know, my actual fishing. No problems. I mean, you know, once you get this thing dialed in and you get it adjusted, it fits really good. Now, I'm a weird shape, and I was a little worried how it was going to fit. It is completely adjustable, fits me perfectly, snugged it right down. It's very comfortable when you're active. It's very comfortable while you're stretching and turning and bending over. Like, I worried, you know, like I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, this is going to suck, because when you bend over, it's probably going to slide up and you're going to have to tug it back down and pull it down and put it back into place. No. This thing is rock solid. Stayed right where it belonged the entire time. Didn't have any issues with it. Got it wet when it was fishing. Didn't affect it at all. Wore a backpack over it. And, you know, wearing a backpack over it isn't the most comfortable thing on earth because you have two sets of straps on your shoulders, but it's not uncomfortable either. It's just slightly inconvenient. Overall, this is going to be a new piece of absolute 100% go-to gear for myself. Price range on this is about $60. Comes in a couple different colors. I believe green. There's a camo and a black. I might even pick up the black one to go with my bug out bag. You know, I did not have very high expectations of this to begin with because I was worried, like I said, about the size and fit, and I was worried about it riding up and all that. I didn't realize I was going to like this piece of gear that much. Given my lifestyle as someone who hunts and fishes and camps and backpacks and does all these things outdoors, this is something massively convenient. And as a channel operator, I kind of find it to be a very convenient thing too, because many times when I'm out hiking and camping and doing things like that, I often want to have my camera gear ready to take. I take a lot of pictures and video stuff, and I know it doesn't always make it on the channel because I like to keep my real life and the channel life separate. But lots of times you miss wildlife and you miss taking pictures because your camera's in your backpack or it's just not ready. This here, I was able to carry my camera right in the front. I was able to carry those little things in the front and get to them quickly. You know, I can't say how convenient that is to have something like that. And it doesn't look weird at all when you're wearing it. If you have camera gear in it, you know, actually someone on the trail kind of stopped me and was like, oh, that's a neat camera bag. And, you know, they actually thought it was a purpose-built camera bag. It doesn't stand out. It doesn't look funny. You know, and even when you fill it up, it doesn't look too awkward, especially if you're wearing a backpack with it. It actually looks like it's part of the backpack, so it doesn't stand out. It doesn't look like some weird tactical crazy thing. It fits in really good. I mean, I can't say enough. The adjustments were great. The quality is great. It's good materials, good zippers, good quality zippers. You know, and you know, like I said, I'm really amazed at how well the adjustments work. A lot of these things that adjust like this don't adjust very well, and they never seem to fit right. And this fit right, felt right. It was really comfortable. It's an absolute home run. I really enjoyed this, and this is something that's going to get used on a regular basis in my personal life. Really, really pleased. And guys, if you haven't checked it out, check out the website. I'll put a link in the description. It's Ribzwear, and like I said before, we're going to have a second video coming probably next week. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a huge pile of gear on the living room floor. I'm talking like fishing tackle boxes, camping gear, survival kits, shooting supplies, magazines, ammo, shotgun shells, you know, everything you can think of. We're going to put that down on the floor, and we're going to check out what fits and what doesn't fit. Because that's one of the cool things too. I can't wait till hunting season. I firmly intend to use this for bird hunting, because this does fit, you know, 12 gauge 12 gauge boxes of bird shot. So I completely and totally want to use this hunting. And it's convenient because it sits high up. It's easy to reach into. It's actually a little more convenient than those ammo belts. So lots of cool stuff. We're going to do it. We're going to sit down and we're going to take every piece of gear we can think of. We're going to jam stuff in this, fill it up, see what it looks like. But right here, here's your just initial review. Definitely look into one of these things. I know they're a bit expensive. It's, you know, $60 is a lot for a little bag. But for how convenient this is, if you do have that kind of lifestyle where you're outdoors a lot, this is something you're going to use a lot. I mean, it's very convenient. You know, if you hike, you fish, you camp, backpack, you know, if you're a bushcrafter, whatever, they work great. They're also great if you are a firearm enthusiast. This is something you can very easily store a pistol in. It's something you can very easily store ammunition or magazines in. You know, if you're into the AR-15, it easily fits AR-15 mags. You can put all kinds of tactical gear in it. Great for a bug out bag supplement. A summit bag. It's actually, I fully intend to use this as a summit bag, which is a second bag you have that you can put your main supplies in while you're climbing mountains and things like that. So convenient. Very convenient. This is going to see a lot of use. And it's not that often I get to say that about a piece of gear and be that excited, because most gear is it's limited by its set. You know, like most vests are made for fishing or for outdoors, and they limit themselves to one thing. This is not limited in any way. It's something that will appeal to anyone who does a lot of outdoors work. Hope you enjoyed Bushcraft 412 on the Ribz Front Pack.